Hey! I came to say goodbye. My next stop is Portia. I can't wait to see that town. But before I leave, I wanted to say thank you. Although my old guitar broke, I had such an amazing, unforgettable time in Sandrock. But I can't stop. I need to keep moving, discovering the world, finding more inspiration. I want to hear the stories of people all across the free cities. And then, I want to put all that into my songs. Maybe someday in the future, you'll hear my songs sung from another's lips. Thank you. Never stop helping strangers. Anyway, I gotta catch the bus. See you later, Builder!
Bye-bye. 今までお見送りしてきた人たちと違って駅に列車が見当たらないのですが、このまま列車が来るまで駅で待つのかな？どうなるのかが気になって後を追いかけているのですが、消えた。まあギリギリまでお見送りできたんだと思いましょう。さて、今日のお手紙をチェックします。町長から、昨日見つけた大気水生成装置に関する話し合いを、明日のロバタの集会で話し合うよってお手紙です。そしてグレイスからお手紙のお返事が届いています。思ったよりお手紙のやり取りが多いなぁとは思っていたのですが、ここまで頻繁にやり取りしているのは私だけなんですね。この後は何もなかったので、翌日4日です。お手紙にあったロバタの集会が開かれます。あとお部屋の様相が変わっていますが、調子に乗ってお家を改築していたらお金が足りなくなってしまったため、ものすごく中途半端なところで止まっています。また、お金、貯めなきゃ。
I'm sorry for calling everyone here so early in the morning, but I'm going to talk about something very important today, so thank you for coming.
めちゃくちゃ大事ですよ。
It's been a wild ride up to this point for our little town, huh? First, we got the sandstorms, then a shortage of water, then of food, then people. We had enemies within and empires without. Maybe even sprinkle some bandits in there for good measure.
そのほとんどが私が来てからの出来事です
But
ね。
we survived them all, like the proud Sandrockers we are. And things are looking up. We defeated Duvos, we got Logan back, we got a new school, we even got water from Portia. But still, there's always that something in the back of our minds. The lack of water.
これまで根本的な解
Ardo's
決はでき
oasis
ずにいま
isn't
した
getting
から
any
ね。
fuller. And it's not like Portia's water is free. The long-term development of Sandrock and reforestation felt distant, unachievable even. And then, our own Director Chi came through with a ray of hope.
Better get some sort
ちょ
of
っといろいろ
right?
と
I know we're going to supply water from Portia
Come
now.
on! Don't leave us hanging here!
All right, I won't keep y'all in suspense. Director Chi found a huge reservoir with its own water generator in the northern ruins. This relic machine can provide us with a substantial amount of water,
ご紹介しなけ
enough
れ
to
ば
serve
保護衛生的
Sandrock
に
for
使えるってことでいいの
generations
か
to
な？
come. Justice and Builder bravely accompanied the director to investigate the machine. They found it to be in perfect working order. Following their confirmations, Commissioner Wei and Heidi are now working on a plan to divert the water into town. Soon, everyone will have an endless supply of water.
Come on! Don't leave us hanging here!
Are my ears
That means
deceiving me?
trees!
Oh, this
Hundreds
Bob.
of trees!
And Mom.
Thousands even!
That's right. Oh, I know everyone's excited. I haven't been able to sleep so well
大
myself.
人になっても興奮しすぎてなかなか寝つけないことありますよね。
It's like a miracle. All these years, something that seemed so far away. It's finally
お水
within
は本当に
reach.
死活問題ですからね。
Everything we discussed seemed like such fantasy. It's just a pipe dream. But now, we really have the chance to make these dreams come true.
You're making me tear up over here.
You did it, Fruits.
Sandrock is my home now.
We will continue on, as we always have, in making Sandrock a better place. we can return Sandrock to what it should be, in the memory of Martel and many others who gave their lives for us. And never forget to members of the Commerce Guild, please stay a moment.
町長の演説すごくいいなとか思っていたら居残り命令が下りました。
This is it, folks. We're about to endeavor on the most important project we've ever done here in Sandrock. We're counting on you all. Heidi will speak more about the details.
Sure thing, Trudy. While you were checking out the generator, Commissioner Wei and I went over a feasibility plan to bring in the water from the north. Later, I double-checked with Director Chi as well. Turns out, a couple of things are working in our favor, for once. First, the reservoir is located at a higher elevation, meaning it'll take less energy to transfer the water to down here. Second, since Mason and Yan already did us the work of connecting the auxiliary tank in Sandrock storage to the oasis, all we have to do is connect the northern reservoir to the auxiliary tank and the water will be in our water system. So, our plan is to install pumps onto the northern reservoir, then install pipes and supports going into town. On top of this, Trudy has also requested that we add another pipe going to the outback to connect with the irrigation tower. That's about it. Director Chi has already provided me with the diagrams for the water pump, water division pipes, and pipe support. He was in a hurry to get back to his research. Anyway, here they are.
Do you think it can be done? This is so important to us.
Thank you for the details, Heidi. And no worries, Mayor Trudy. It will be done. How about this? The builder and Mian can each handle a section of the pipeline. The builder can construct the north-south route into town. Mian can do the east-west route to the outback. I'll do the internal piping leading to the Sandrock storage.
Yeah, we've got this.
Then it's settled. Let's all give it our all. Install them on location when you're done.
Thank you all. I'm looking forward to the completion. In the meantime, I'll ask our town folk to donate anything they can to support your efforts.
というわけで、まずは組み立てに必要な素材から準備していきます。なんか今、送水管を作ったつもりだったのにバルブの数が増えていませんでした？送水管の方、作れていませんもんね。ちょっと挙動が怪しかったので作業台を触り直してから送水管を作ります。これでよし。それでは組み立てステーションへ移動します。前の時と同じように複数個作る必要のあるものは、一つを残して自動組み立て機さんにお願いしちゃいます。そして相変わらずすぐに目的のものを見つけることができない。あったあった。自動組み立て機は素材がきちんと揃っていないと機能しないので、素材が足りているか念入りに確認しています。それでは水道管2つを自動組み立て機にお願いします。残りの分は自分の手で組み立てていきます。まずは水道管から。相変わらず変なところから組み立てています。水道管、完成。続けて大型給水ポンプを作ります。大型給水ポンプ、完成。最後は水道管ブラケットですね。ブラケットがよくわからない上に最初ブランケットと読み間違えて、なんでここでブランケット？しかも水道管にと疑問に思っていました。水道管ブラケットも完成。説明を見るに固定用の器具のことをブラケットっていうのかな？ さて、自動組み立てステーションで作っていた分の水道管も回収します。それでは設置に向かいましょう。設置場所はどのあたりかな？なるほど、サンドロック側と遺跡側、両方に設置する必要があるんですね。まずはサンドロック側から設置してしまいましょう。こうやって改めて見ると結構高低差がありますね。毎度のことですが、個人が手作業でやっていい規模じゃないのよ。しかもこれ、パイプを岩の中に通してません。下の方もすごいことになっていますね。ここは水道管、2本使うんですね。ここで作業した水道管があちら側の崖に設置されている謎現象。それではデイジーに乗って、ノーザンプラトー側の作業もしちゃいましょう。まずは水道管を設置。背後に現れた。最後はポンプを設置して終了。なのですが、その前に素材を回収。では改めて、大型給水ポンプの設置です。やっぱりこれ、個人でやる規模じゃないって。
Well, what a majestic sight.
Oh, tell me this isn't a dream.
I believe in Sandrock!
ハイジさん、急にどうしました？
Back in business. Builder, Commissioner Wei, Mian, I don't even know how to thank you.
ってことは2
The
人の
least
作
we
業
could
終
do,
わ
Mayor
ったの？早
Trudy.
くない？
Honestly, we're lucky to have the builder and Mian. Heck, all I can say is we got the best builder team in the Free Cities.
Commissioner, you're embarrassing me.
Well, I feel like this calls for a water ceremony tomorrow. And Builder, since you've been instrumental in the discovery and construction of this project, how about you come and cut the ribbon?
私、緊張しすぎてテープではなく自分の手を切っちゃいそうなので、状況にお任せしたいです。
Come on! Don't be so humble.
ほら、うちの子もちょっ
She's
と見え
right.
てるし。
You've been such an important person to this town. I can't even imagine what Sandrock would be like if it weren't for you. Oh, I won't take no for an answer.
断るという選択肢はありませんでし
Well,
た。
I'll see you all in the morning. I'm going to go and spread the word.
町長、最初の頃と比べるとだいぶ押しが強くなりましたね。翌日、宮からお手紙が届いていました。ロックサンド山のかっこいい木って、どこにある木のことかな？ミアンちゃんと両教授も一緒に行くんですね。商業ギルドからワークショップの評価が星5になったとお手紙が届いたのですが、この文面、どう見てもヤンヤンのものなのですが、それともまさか、商業ギルドってこのノリがデフォなの？だとしたらだいぶきついですね。宮から届いたお手紙で新たなメインミッションが発生したのですが、わざわざ砂嵐の日に行かなくてもいいかなと思い翌日に回すことにしました。というわけで、翌日までカット。そういえば、お水の確認ってどこでするんでしょうね。ああ、なるほど。まずはオアシスに水を入れるんですね。
Thank you, Builder, Commissioner Wei, Mian, for your efforts in bringing the water project to fruition. Thank you, everyone, for your support and generous donations. And thank you to Director Chi for finding the reservoir. This was truly a united effort, and now I hereby officially declare the city-state of Sandrock no longer has a water shortage.
よかった。手は切らなかったよ。ぐんぐん水位が上がっていきますね。なるほど、街の外のそのへこみ、ずっと歩きにくいなって思っていたのですが、水路だったんですか。
I also declare, from this day forward, we can all take a nice dip in Martel's Oasis on a hot day.
え、 水遊びとかできちゃうんですか？いいんですか？
Ah, and since we're all here, Professor Law says there have been some developments in our research. For those of you who are interested in discussing, please join us in the City Hall
そ
shortly.
れはユフォーラ奥地の計画のことかな？
Oh, you came! Well, let's get today's meeting started.
Greetings, humans.
なんか今まで以上に変わった集まりになってますね。
I am also uncertain.
町長が呼んだんですか？
I asked Larry to come today. It's all because of Professor Law's findings. I believe Larry may know more about it than we
一
do.
体何を見つけたんでしょう？
So, Professor Law, why don't you start us off with an explanation? I'm sure everything will be a lot clearer after that.
Thank you, Mayor Trudy. First, I will address the issue of the soil. Nia, Zeke, and I have done hundreds of experiments on local samples since we've been
サンドロ
here.
ックに来てから
We've
まだそんな
managed to
に経って
garner
な
a
いの
wealth of
に、もう
information.
そんな回数の実験をしたんですか？
As it turns out, the soil quality varied widely depending on the area, much more than our models were predicting. This is the key reason why the planting failed in the Eufaula outback. For example, these are the sample results from near Gecko
そ
Station.
れ、素人が見ても
You
わかり
can
ます？
see that for whatever reason, we're postulating maybe the proximity to the oasis. The sand in the area is much softer, and under ideal conditions,
確かに
the
オアシスの
nutrition
周りには
level
多
is
少で
adequate
すが
for
植
growth.
物が生えてますよね。
Now, on the surface, the sand in the outback seems to have similar qualities. But upon closer inspection, the sand there has too much saline in
場
it,
所によって土に含まれる
creating
塩
an
分量が違った
incredibly
って
low
こと？
moisture level in the soil, making it unsuitable for water retention. Much of the Eufaula used to be part of the ocean floor before weapons used during the day of the calamity raised it. The salinity left over makes the sand hard and extremely arid. That's why even the algae failed to form a biocrust. That's our report.
Soil quality is everything. Should have figured this out earlier. And instead, we wasted so much time and water.
The differences in the soil were incredibly subtle, Mr. Zeke. We only found this out after hundreds of experiments. You can't blame yourself.
Ruling human, why am I present? I do not understand any
この
of
状況
these
でのレリーの
words.
役割気になりますね。
Ah, about that. After we made the discovery, I asked Zeke about the source of the algae. The way I figure it, the old world scientists must have been testing different types of algae for their own biocrust efforts, which is well documented. We then went with Logan to the sunken ship ruins to recheck all the algae growth there, to see if there were any that can reduce the salinity and increase water retention.
知らないうちにそんなところに行ってい
But
た
we
んで
didn't
す
find
ね。
any. All the algae on that ship were the same type. Still, the ship must have been going somewhere. Maybe a laboratory or something. And Mr. Logan said he remembered such a
どこ
place.
かに研究所っぽいところがあるの？
That's right. I reckon I'd been someplace like that. Some kind of old world lab. In fact, there are several of them out in the desert.
一つじゃないんだ。
Once I was chasing a bunch of gigglers with my paw when we stumbled onto this high-tech ruins. It was just a short hop from the entrance to the portion
そういえば
tunnel.
地図で見たらいけそう
What
な
was
のに実際
inside
には
sure
いけない
did
場
look
所
a
があっ
lot
たわ。
like the stuff from the sunken ship.
We weren't in there long. Me and my pa both got fierce headaches, so we had to turn away. When we went again, the place got sealed off by a rock slide. Sandstorm had done our job for us.
その
Seemed
嵐で
pretty
外敵
lucky
が
at
落ち
the
てきたの？
time.
怖。
I reckon Larry might know a thing or two about it, since his pa was the leader back then.
Yes, I know that place well. We have many nests. The location you mentioned is our headquarters.
本社って。でも、聖典とか読んでたのも旧世界のどこかの会社のものでしたしね。
Yes, it's a place we call the Giegler Main Office. Legend says the first employee took the holy book from there. But that's
多分同
just
じ
what
会
the
社の
elders
系列なら
say.
別の場所で
No
何か
one's
ようなもの見つかったんじゃないかな？
Zena's grandfather used to be the keeper of that place. not sure. We never had such an issue.
モスキート音でも流れてたかな？
You sure you don't got some old world gadget in there that's emitting brain rays?
それはそれでまずそうですが。
Now that you mention it, there is a machine that's producing a constant ping sound in our HQ.
それ、何の
It
ための
never
使いなんだ
bothered
ろう？
us, so we let it be.
最後のは聞いてわかるかな？
Algae incubators. What's that?
ですよね。
Ah, I have an algae sample right here. Have you ever seen this before?
Oh. Oh!
モノホンには見覚え
You
があるん
mean
です
the
ね。
meal
どっか食べ
machine?
てたの？
These are delicious. And yes, they have a variety of offerings.
That's it.
それだと美味しい。
Oh,
反応したように見え
fantastic,
ちゃいますよ。
But if there's such a machine, how do we disable it? Maybe we need to talk with Director Chi as well?
No problem. I'll go talk with him.
You know, ruling human,
影響のない
if
人
you
の協
don't
力がある
mind,
のはありがた
I
いです
can
ね。
just go disable it. If there are other Geeglers inside, I'll tell them you're friends, so they won't attack you when you enter.
Thanks, Larry. But you sure doing this won't get you fired?
確かに他のギーグラーから見たら
Even
裏切り
though I
者に見ら
know
れ
it's
か
a
ねないですね。
joke, law human, that's still rude.
でもラリーはその可能性は考えてないみたいです。
Will you be able to do that for us, Larry? It might be dangerous.
Worry not, ruling human. I've come to like this town, and I want to do my part
最
in
初にあった
times
時
of
から随
need.
分変わりましたね。
That's very kind of you. Thank you. Now we just need an exploration party to go in and pick up the algae samples. Justice?
隠蔽団の出番ですか？
Mayor, I'll go. The Civil Corps still looking for any Duvos leftovers. We just can't risk sending the sheriff on every unplanned errand. How about me, Larry, and the professor?
ご指名いただきました。
You're sounding a lot like your pa right now.
The professor has been overworking too much lately. I'll go instead. I know what to look for, and I've taken defense classes, so I won't slow you down.
いや、本当に大丈夫。
Fine by me. What do you say, Trudes?
Sounds like a plan then. But what about the rocks blocking the way?
その問題もあった。
I don't understand. Can't we just climb the rock walls? Isn't that easier?
Don't know about you, but we weren't designed that way.
似たようなことをよくやっているうちの子ならできそうですけどね。
I reckon we'll need that drilling robot to break it down. Normal pick hammer ain't gonna cut it. You think you can handle that? You'll need to talk to Chi about it. Once the builder has the robot, let's meet up at the rock slide. Come prepared. Larry hasn't been there in a while, so who knows what we'll be facing.
You got it!
了解です。
Then it's decided. Thank you everyone for coming today. I hope we get some results soon.
話し合いが終わったので自宅に戻ってお手紙をチェック。母からのお返事が届いていました。学校の先生に関するお話のお返事ですね。お手紙を確認した後荷物整理やら作業をして工場の外に出たら老が奪いました。
You got some time? Maybe we can head out. Take Rambo for a ride. Soak in the sun.
が2つある状態でのお誘い。動画時間的に受けるべきか後にするべきか悩みましたが、断れるわけがなかった。
Great. Let me go get Rambo.
よす、噛みましたか？
Giddy up. Hold on tight. Come on, Rambo. Faster.
ランボか。
Yeah, Rambo. Yeah.
あ、そっか。これ砂まみれになるやつ。
Rambo.
ランボは悪くない。これ何のクリック？なるほど。
Were you hurt when we fell?
多分めっちゃ砂まみれにはなってます。
Let's rest for a while. I'll cook up something to eat. I used to come here pretty often with my pa. It's a good place to take a break.
It's
ここはもともと知っている場所なんですね。
serene. Just sitting here, feels like the world sits still.
しかし、なんでうちの子はスカートであぐらをかくんですか？
Here,
これは全部聞けそうな感じですね。では上から順番に。
it's going good. Mainly keeping monsters in the desert, making sure they ain't coming close to Sandrock. You should come with me sometime. We can explore the desert, have the world to ourselves. I used to not care about anything, just going into whatever danger facing me. Now, I know I gotta be careful.
私のことを言ってくれているのはわかるのですが、アンディも忘れないであげてね。アンディだって老眼に何かあったら泣いちゃうよ。で、今の話の延長みたいな質問ですが。
I've given it some thought. I know you're real busy with your workshop. I don't want you to be overworked, so I'm gonna help you out however I can.
でも老眼もお仕事あるよね。
I'll take more bounties and earn a little more money. You can just take commissions at your own pace.
好きにやっていいならゴリゴリにかか
At
ります
night,
が。
I'll stop by the Blue Moon. Bring us back a few dishes and some yak-mail milk.
思ったより具体的な話が出てきてません。
Maybe I'm thinking too much, but when I picture it, well, of course, your dreams are important too. I ain't never been much of a talker, but when I'm with you, I feel at ease. Like I ain't gotta be on edge no more.
切れただとは言いますが、ちゃんと言葉を尽くして思いを伝えようとしてくれているのはわかりますよ。
Yeah, but we can take this slow too. We got all the time in the world.
私としては小難しい言い回しをされるよりはこっちの方がわかりやすくて助かります。
Haru wrote to me. Seems like he's doing well.
春からの
Settled
お手
in
紙、
real
こっ
good.
ちにはないですね。
I told him about our relationship. I reckon he's gonna be real happy for us. Andy knows, and he's real happy as well.
アンディにも教えてい
He
る
says
ので
the
すね。
gang just got 10 times more notorious. He's got an imagination, that boy.
それではそろそろ撤収ですかね。
Finished eating? You want something else? Something to drink?
なんというか、思った以上に
Well,
海
if
外
you
してお
like
手
it
をし
here,
てくれます
we
よ
can
ね。
come back anytime. It's a secret. I ain't brought no one else over here before. All right, let's head on back. I'll pack everything up.
ほら、まとめようじゃなくてまとめるよ、ですよ。さては意外と人をダメにするタイプだな。
Here we are, home sweet home. I had a really good time today. Thanks for coming and spending the day with me. Let's do it again soon.
こちらこそお誘いありがとうございました。
I'll see you later.
駅前でミアとサンディがずっと一緒にいるのが気になっていたので様子を見に来ました。
Hey, Sandy, you're fabulous. You know that? You spend all day walking around the hot desert to help others.
サンディとおしゃべりしてい
You're
る。
as Sandrocker as they come. Who's a good camel? Who's... Ah!
そんなに驚かなくても。上の方の選択肢、意味がちょっとわからないのですが、下よりはいいかな。
Yeah! She's so great. I'd never expect that strapping a loudspeaker to a camel could make such an endearing mascot. It's just that I've never had the chance to see a camel up close. I know I came last time, but it was all in such a rush. They're so unique. We don't have anything like them in Highwind. Say, since you're here, can you take me camel riding today, please?
そういえばラクダって乗ったことないですね。
Yes! You're the best! I can't wait!
せっかくなので一緒に乗りましょう。
You know, this kind of reminds me of when we were young.
私の知らない記憶ですね。これは一番上かな。
Yeah, we'd sneak out after lunch and just soar. It's a different feeling. But anyway, let's go. I want to go sand painting and sand running. It's like the Sandrock specialty, right? Come on!
その2箇所ですね。了解です。このラクダ、なんでヤンキーみたいな頭してるんでしょう。あ、移動は自動なのね。カメラだけぐるぐる回せる形です。
So, tell me about the Duvos invasion.
そんなお話聞きたいですか？
Wow, no way! The minister was Tiger the whole time?
それは私もびっくりでした。
I talked to Matilda before.
前に来た時にニアも会っていたのね。
This Steve guy doesn't sound so bad.
それな。
I want to be nude?
これはレクシレイちゃんの話かな？危うくマップで吹っ飛ばされると
You,
ころだった人
Logan,
です
and a
ね。
mole, huh?
その3人で大立ち回りしてきました。
A spaceship?
アヒルに乗って見に行きますか？
Oh my, she got sent into space?
いいえ、私は何もしていませんよ。あれはただの自爆
I'm
です。
just so glad you're okay. So, this is the sand
残り
painting
の道のり
place?
はショートカッ
Hey,
トされまし
you
たね。
remember that time when we painted my pa's barn door? We were so proud of our work of art until my paw happened upon the scene. I don't remember what my paw said at the time, but I can still remember his beet red face as you grabbed me and ran away.
結構いたずらしていますね。
Right? It was so beautiful. I mean, for a couple of kids anyway. I think he secretly liked it. He ended up cleaning everything up, but he kept the door with the painting. He never mentioned it, but I'd sometime catch him looking at it with a grin. I think he liked the memory.
親ってそういうところありますよね。
Anyway, now's our chance to make art without getting ourselves into any trouble. Why don't you choose what we paint?
うちの母は私が2歳の時に机の裏に書いた落書きを、年月日と私の名前、年齢を追記して保存していました。多分にお父さんもそんな感じで娘の絵を撮っておいたんでしょうね。で、砂絵がしたいというのでやろうと思ったのですがこのまま固まってしまい、待てど暮らせど先に進まず動くこともできず画面も変えられず、日記もさっきもいかなくなってしまったので一旦強制終了しました。というわけで、大体同じ行動をとってここまで戻ってきて、念のためセーブもしておきました。
I've heard sand painting brings people together. Literally, cause we draw two lines and collide on the same point. Wanna try?
さっきはこんなセリフ
Come draw this with me.
読み込みのくるくるが怖い。これ、画面を回しながらやった方が楽なのですが、動画にした時倍速かけると良いそうだな、と思って画面を固定したんですよね。その結果ちょいちょい取りこぼしが発生して何度も行ったり来たりしています。
Yours is way better than mine. But together, we made a lovely painting. Huh, Sandrock's such a funny place. You really wouldn't think sand could be this much fun. Next on the agenda, sand running. I've heard it's a wild ride. To be honest, I'm a bit scared. Just a bit.
意外と操作の
You
難しい
know,
あれですね。
because we'll be going so fast, down a hill, on a rickety wooden board.
まあ、大丈夫ですね。
Thanks. Well, let's go then.
多分。それでは走ってサンドランニング乗り場へ向かいます。
Whoa, it's huge! And so steep. If we fall off, it's not going to hurt, right? Okay, I get it. Deep breaths, Nia. Relax.
普通に受付をすればいいのかな？あれ？いつものボードと違う？なるほど、遊びできた時は2人乗りになるんですね。ちょいちょい岩にぶつかりますね。あ、正面衝突した。これで無事なんだからすごいわ。超バッタバタですね。
Wow, you were amazing back there. I blinked for a second. Whoosh! We were off into the air.
だいぶ岩にぶつかりましたが満足してもらえたようでよかったです。ニアと遊んだ後はメインミッションを進めるべく、ロックサンド山の頂上までやってきました。先にアクメル駅を作っちゃいましょうね。目的地はそこの大きな枯れ木かな？
It's beautiful in its own way, isn't it?
I always knew there was something special about it. Just couldn't quite put my finger on it.
So, what's the plan?
We simply extract a small sample from the core of the tree, safely count the rings without harming it.
Oh, right!
Good to know. I mean, it's not every day you need to find the age of a tree, but I always thought you had to cut them down and count the rings to know for sure.
Nope. You can also get a pretty good estimate just from the circumference, if you compare it to the trunk of the same species. A fallen one nearby usually does the trick. But, given that this one might have survived from the Age of Darkness, it probably didn't have a chance to grow the way it should have. Some of its rings will be super small, which is why we need to take this sample and...
Yes, there's no mistake.
Hey! You made it! This tree is the other main thing we wanted to check out while we were in Sandrock.
To locals, I believe it's known as the Mountain Widow. Way back when people first started settling in Sandrock, there were 2 of them up here. But now, this jagged-looking tree stands lonesome atop Mount Rock Sand, looking down mournfully, waiting for one who shall never return as the eternal weight slowly saps its life away.
Ooh, it's the Mountain Widow. Better watch out. It's haunted by the ghost of...
Portal?
Yeah, maybe I shouldn't have gone there.
Ridiculous, you've read it. A species now found all throughout the Eufaula. Every tree resembling this one you see. In layman's terms, this one, this is their mother.
So she really is a widow? I didn't know trees could be mothers.
Indeed. This species produces trees with male or female flowers. When pollinated, the female trees produce seeds. Its male counterpart likely was that other tree you spoke of, based on the location. Which, if I'm right, makes this tree the last of its species from the old world.
What? So, you mean the Mountain Widow survived the Age of Darkness?
I believe so. By some miracle, the 2 poplars survived the calamity, as well as 300 years of darkness. This is subsisting atop this mountain, reaching up at the dullest of sunlight. They were just only able to cling on to life long enough. When peach parted the skies, they were revitalized. And shortly after, this mother tree dispersed her seeds into these windy heights to become the basis for the forest around Martel's oasis. Hence, Sandrock.
Wow, I've never heard anything like that before.
That's because I've just discovered it.
Congratulations, Dr. Lua! I smell publishing and awards!
Well, let's not get too far ahead of ourselves. I still need to get back to the lab and compare their genetic material, but to me, seeing this,
Nice! What a privilege to witness such a discovery in real time. Thanks for inviting us, Nia.
My only regret is, this tree was doing well until just 50 years ago.
Wow. It's been just here on the horizon and nobody knew. I'll bet the people of the Relic Rush never knew either.
Unlikely they had any clue as to its significance.
Yep. Might very well have been the last known Old World tree in the whole of the Eufaula. And now... yeah.
It has lived for a long time. And now, is holding on by a thread. To think.
Which will soon be continued by the rise of Sandrock.
One can hope.
Do you think if we can make Sandrock green again, she could make a comeback?
Not a chance, I'm afraid. Even under the most optimal circumstances, This tree will be consumed by fungus and pests long before our plans even begin to come to fruition.
カビや害虫対策をしながらなら
Sorry if this is a dumb question, but can't we just water it? Fertilizer?
The soil up here is 100 years away from being able to support a tree of this size.
この場所の土自体も弱ってるのか
Impossible.
I see. I guess this is hello and goodbye then, Miss Mountain Widow.
The Mountain Widow wasn't waiting for anyone. It was just carrying on without her husband, watching its children thrive until seeing the forest disappear was too much for her to bear.
Doesn't seem right calling it the Mountain Widow knowing that.
It doesn't. How about Mama Tree? Mother to all the poplar trees in Eufaula.
あえて変える必要はないのでは
I like that better.
I'll abstain from this and continue referring to it as what it is. The progenitor of the populous
それ
Euphrates.
はそれで長くないですか
Think we need something catchier.
Regardless of your decision, I believe I have what I need. Shall we return to town?
Well, wait a sec, Professor. I remember from your nutrition class that as long as the roots are drinking, there's a chance.
どうにかする方法
And you
ありそう
said
なんです
yourself that Zeke's algae discoveries were changing soil faster than ever before.
Yes. Perhaps impossible was a bit of an overstatement. I suppose if we would divert all our efforts toward this tree, there may yet be a time to discover what this old world tree eats, if anything different at all. From there, a stable nutrient supply, meticulous care,
やってできないことはない
consistent
ってこと
monitoring
で
of
す
its
か
condition, it is theoretically possible.
Nice! So what's the first step?
However, our time here is limited, Nia. We came to assist Sandrock in their efforts to reforest the desert. And then we must return to Highwind to
なるほ
continue
ど
our
それ
research
は今
there.
2人の時間が足りないってことね
Don't you want to save this tree, Professor? It's a piece of history.
I do. And we will try.
やる
if
つも
there
り
is
はあるのね
time. But saving our future is more important than preserving our past.
You're right.
今のサンドロックにはもっと優先してやるべきことがありますしね
Shall we?
Yeah. Let's go.
すぐにどうにかしてあげることができないのは残念ですがこれそのうち助けようとするターンがありそうですね
It's over now, Mama Tree. You did it! We're gonna take it from here. Your family is gonna make it, I promise. You rest easy.
といったところで今回はここまでそれではおやすみなさい